Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Epic Chocolate, and in today's video I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic regarding gaming. But before that, let me just say a huge thank you to Sunder for letting me upload on his channel. It does mean a lot to me, and I'm thankful for the opportunity that I can be here. So, the topic of today's video is going to be something that is really interesting in a way, and that is, did we as gamers forget to have fun in video games? And did we forget to appreciate video games as a whole? So why am I saying this? Basically, guys, if you go around the gaming community on Reddit, on YouTube, or anywhere where you can find people that are interested in gaming, a lot of times you are going to see posts that are complaining about the game. You are going to see posts where people are saying that the game is unplayable, or it has some bugs and glitches and exploits that make the game unplayable. It has a few unbalanced weapons and everything. And I know that up to an extent it is healthy to criticize a game for further improvement. I know that. I know that some games have problems that should be fixed and have some problems that should be solved so that the game can be better. But here's what I'm saying. I think we are sometimes too picky when it comes to video games. And this could be due to the fact that we are a community that wants everything to be running perfectly. And guys, it might not happen. You know, I think we should just sometimes stop and appreciate that we have great video games like Battlefield 1 and just stop complaining and moaning about what the problems are in this game. And I think that this game overall is fun to play. Of course it has some problems. The grenade spam sometimes can be a little bit too much, and it has some overpowered shotguns, but besides that I enjoy the game. And I think what a lot of you guys should do, and I know that a lot of you guys don't complain about Battlefield 1 because this channel is for Call of Duty players mostly, but instead of sometimes just going around complaining on the internet, what about you try to sit down and play the video game and try to find a workaround to that problem? Because it is entirely possible to work around the problem in a video game most of the time. So this is my point. I think we just kind of became a little bit too picky, and we do not have too much of gratitude. We are ungrateful for video games for what they are, and we rather focus on spending time just bashing them instead of enjoying them. This is point number one. We are picky. Point number two is that we always want to do great. And I think that is a big problem. Guys, jump back to time when you were a newbie booby in Call of Duty or in Battlefield or any video game for that instance. You were getting your butt kicked. Probably. Most of you guys who began playing video games in your first weeks or month, you were getting your butts kicked because you had no idea. You literally had no idea what to do. And I think even despite that, at least coming from personal experience, you had fun. I mean, I remember getting Modern Warfare 2 when I was like 12 or 13 years old, and just as I discussed it in my previous TSG video, and I was just being annihilated. But still, I had fun. I had fun no matter how much I was annihilated, because I could appreciate a game for what it is, and I wasn't going around complaining that this game was broken and this should be fixed. I'm not gonna play this game because it is unplayable. And I was just appreciating the game as a whole. So I think this is the problem that the gaming community is facing nowadays. I think we just lost all of the gratefulness that we could have towards video games and instead began hating the games. Now, before any of you guys would say that I'm ignorant here, look guys, I know that there are some games that need fixing. For example, Modern Warfare Remastered is just plagued with M16s, it's just plagued with snipers and everything, but I think the game is still fun nevertheless. I mean, I can sometimes play it and just appreciate the game. So I know that there are some issues in games that are game breaking. There are some smaller issues. I'm talking about the smaller issues here. So if there is a game that has a game breaking bug, of course you have to complain about it to get the developer's attention. But if the bug is just minor and it's a smaller bug, I would say just maybe write a few notes on Twitter or YouTube or something like that, and just leave it alone and play the game for what it is, and do not spend too much time complaining, because I think it's going to, at least for one thing it is going to take away your time you could play with the video game. Secondly, it is going to have a bad impact on your positive attitude towards the video game, so it's not gonna be good. So don't spend too much time bashing on video games and hating them instead of playing them. That is the purpose of this commentary as a whole. Now guys, I would like to add one more thing here. I know that this commentary was full with weird expressions and a lot of spaces between words, and that my commentary is a little bit sketchy in a way, so I have to apologize for that because I'm not an English speaker dude. I'm actually Hungarian who learned this language as their second language, and I'm doing my really best to be as accurate in English as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible when I have to speak, and I am... oh my gosh, that was a team kill. Oh, sorry man, I didn't mean to do that. So sometimes when I have to speak, I cannot properly carry out my thoughts because I have to speak about how to translate that into English, and then how should I express this nicely. So sometimes my commentary is a little bit sketchy, so guys, please forgive me for that. I'm trying to do my best, but nevertheless, if you guys enjoy the video, I would appreciate if you checked out my channel and see what my content is like. You don't have to subscribe, just see what it is, and maybe if you enjoy my content, maybe you could subscribe, but only if you enjoy it. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything here. So this video is kind of coming to an end. As you guys can see, I was playing some Battlefield 1 hardcore team deathmatch, and I was just wrecking these dudes. I mean, it was an excellent game. It was one of those games where you are just having a blast. So if you guys enjoyed it, please leave some feedback. It can be any kind of feedback, positive or negative. I really want to get some constructive criticism here, because that is one of the bad things you can get on the internet when it's expressed in a respectful way. So until the next video, farewell.